American entrepreneurs first opened BHS in 1928 in Brixton, where it soon grew to become one of the largest department stores with up to 186 shops, where it sold clothing and household items and sometimes even furniture and electronics. And in 2000, Philip Green bought to BHS for £200 million. The former business owner, Sir Philip Green, gained huge sums of money from his company, British Home Stores. His biggest source of income was dividends. He began extracting large sums from both the Arcadia Group and most notably BHS. Since 2002, Sir Philip Green has been extracting millions as dividend payouts to himself. All the money that he had taken out was relocated overseas, including Monaco and Jersey. BHS soon became the target for other companies to overtake, and Dominic Chappell came up with an offer of £1. Another was Tony Brown, a former BHS director, who was willing to buy the company providing that Sir Philip Green promised to invest more money into BHS to help it survive. Sir Philip rejected Tony Brown and took up Chappell's offer, as it would have costed him around £100 million more. In 2015, BHS was sold to Dominic Chappell and his company Retail Acquisitions. However, the hole in the pension funds continued to grow, and the deficit had reached £226 million by 2015. By April 2016, the pension fund regulator had stepped in and started to investigate the issue. However, it was clear that there was nothing more they could do to save the hole in the pension fund. Dominic Chappell and his company emptied a further £11 million from BHS through fees and salaries in just 1 year. So what happened to the company after the BHS scandal? In August 2016, the store closed its doors following its liquidation 2 months prior. 8,000 BHS employees lost their jobs, along with 3,000 others who were not directly employed by BHS. BHS's online and international operations were bought by Qatar's Al Manna Group, whom 6 months after its UK operations went into admin, planned to expand the department store overseas. In terms of the pension scheme, the Pension Protection Fund was able to rescue the employees that made contributions to the pension scheme. However, with a pension deficit of roughly £571 million, it is concerning whether BHS would run the Pension Protection Fund dry. Furthermore, the pensions regulator sent notices to Sir Philip Green, Dominic Chappell and others to claim liability to support the pension scheme. So what were the consequences for the people in charge? It is reported that MPs have suggested the removal of Sir Philip Green's knighthood, as most believe that he is to blame for the downfall of BHS. Others claim that some of the blame is also passed to Mr. Chappell, as it is suggested that he was unsuitable for the position in the first place, with even Sir Philip Green himself admitting he was categorically the wrong buyer. The BHS scandal could have been prevented by simply acknowledging the duty of care that Sir Philip Green did towards the pension scheme. This absence of the basic moral duty brings into question whether further legislation is necessary. It could also be said that introducing capitalism reforms would ensure that senior directors aren't advantaged, whilst those non-managerial staff are deprived. The insufficient company law and regulation of sizable private companies puts the transparency and the moral duty of the companies at risk, as seen in the overseeing of the pension fund in BHS. One of the main organisations that should have intervened was the pensions regulator. They should have overseen any instances of worrying pension funds, especially when it was announced in 2012 that it would have taken 23 years to close the pension fund. Although it can be argued that the pensions regulators have had a lack of power, this has meant that the regulators have only been correcting rather than preventing such situations from occurring. Another moment where there should have been more overlook was during the selling of BHS and what the company does with its assets, dividends and cash. Greater supervision during the £1 deal and the money being taken out of the company by Green could have possibly prevented BHS's downfall.